The WRC Rally Mexico 2023 provided a thrilling spectacle for motorsports fans around the world. However, as with any high-speed competition, there were some dramatic crashes that showcased the skill and bravery of the drivers. 5. Takamoto Katsuta. Takamoto Katsuta said that an optimistic piece of late braking was the cause of his catastrophic crash out of the Friday stage of the Rally Mexico. When the Toyota driver took off down an embankment, he was 8th in the field. He was unharmed, as was his co-driver Aaron Johnston. Katsuta outlined what actually transpired, saying, "Basically what occurred was in a very high-speed part. I was a little bit ambitious on a braking spot or something." 4. Lappi loses lead. 10 kilometers into the Ibarria test, the Hyundai driver lost control and slammed into a bank. The force of the collision threw the automobile around, and as it stopped on the road, it rear-ended a telegraph pole. Before smoke started to flow out of the front end and a minor fire started, Lappi and co-driver John Firm managed to escape from their severely damaged vehicle unharmed. After the collision, the telegraph pole was left dangling precariously over the car. Under red flag conditions, the stage was abruptly stopped while Lappi and Firm worked to put out the fire. 3. Adrien Fourmeau nearly rolls. French rally driver Adrien Fourmeau has experienced a few scares throughout his career. He miraculously avoided a collision in Mexico in 2023 after briefly losing control of his vehicle coming out of a corner. Before Fourmeau regained control and resumed racing, the car briefly lifted onto its side and rolled on two wheels. 2. Neuville almost crashes. French rally racer Adrien Fourmeau is renowned for his aptitude and tenacity behind the wheel. He encountered a heart-stopping situation in 2023 while competing in a race in Mexico that would have rendered most drivers unsteady. Fourmeau briefly lost control of his vehicle after turning. The car rolled on two wheels after lifting onto its side. It appeared that catastrophe was about to strike. Yet, Fourmeau was able to retake control of the vehicle and return it to its original position with an amazing display of ability and poise. He carried on competing as if nothing had happened, demonstrating his skill as a driver. 1. Ogier claims lead. The anxiety was apparent as the two competitors began Saturday's penultimate leg only 5.3 seconds apart. Both drivers were aware that on the treacherous mountainous terrain surrounding Lyon, every hundredth of a second would matter. The anticipated close race, however, was derailed when Lappi, who had been in the lead, crashed his Hyundai i20N barely 10.01 kilometers into the first Ibarria stage. Finn's automobile hit a power post and then briefly caught fire. After his demise, Ogier easily outran fellow Toyota GR Yaris driver Elfyn Evans by approximately 30 seconds. The Frenchman, a 6-time champion in Mexico, switched to safety mode for the final 3 stages of the morning, arriving at the mid-leg stop with a lead of 28.5 seconds. While we never want to see drivers crash or get injured, these incidents remind us of the inherent danger of the sport and the importance of safety measures. Overall, the WRC Rally Mexico 2023 was a memorable event that'll be talked about for years to come.